What's up, guys? It's Gio, and welcome to a new tier that we are doing here on Push to Rank 500. We had like 2 episodes recorded of Push to Rank 500 in the RU tier. I don't think we did too well, and the reason that we had like 2 recorded, we went 5 and 3. Okay, the reason that we had like 2 episodes recorded was because as soon as we started doing so, as soon as we started Push to Rank 500, we ended up actually having to call it quits for a little bit because of a suspect test, which was a little bit unfortunate. But let us take a quick look here at where we need to get on the ladder. We need to get to 1353, which is actually not too bad. Like, 1353 is not horrible. Let's quickly look at the team builder right here. Melothreatta is what we're calling the team this week. It's basically one of New Breed's teams, but with Jan Mega replaced for Sharpedo because Jan Mega got banned. And we have Amistar as our lead spot right here, which is basically just here for hazard stacking with Spike, Stealth Rock, Scald, and Ice Beam. Then we also have Doublade right here, which is just a Violite Doublade with Swords Dance, Iron Head, Shadow Claw, and Shadow Sneak. Then we have a Hitmonlee with High Jump Kick, Knockoff, Mach Punch, and Rapid Spin as our spinner. Then we also have Dugtrio, which is basically here to trap Registeel to make Meloetta's life a lot easier with Earthquake, Stone Edge, Sucker Punch, and Toxic. Then we also have Specs Meloetta with Psychic, Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball, and U-Turn. And rounding out the team, we have Sharpedo, Waterfall, Crunch, Protect, and Ice Fang. So we're going to grab a match right here, and we're going to see how our return to RU goes. So first team we hit is a very bulky team. I would like to trap this thing if we can, and that wheezing is like really low quality for whatever reason. And I'm kind of anticipating a Vivillon lead, but I'm just going to lead Amistar regardless. Actually, is it smart to lead Amistar? Actually, yeah, I'm going to lead Amistar as he does end up leading Vivillon, which is a little bit unfortunate. I was kind of hoping he would lead Regirock. I'm just going to try to get my rocks up right here as he ends up going for the Sleep Powder. I'm going to go into my Doublade right here, because Doublade walls Vivillon, like, for 7 years. There is literally nothing that Doublade can do, or that Vivillon can do to Doublade. It kind of stinks that I won't get rocks up this match, because rocks actually help me wear down his team a lot. They help me beat Vivillon really easily, and get chip damage on... Okay, he just Quiver Dances. Okay. In before HP Ground. I'm going to go ahead and Swords Dance right here, just because Swords Dancing is actually a really good play for me, because I can weaken this thing a lot, and I don't think Vivillon's attack is great, or defense is great. I'm going to Sneak, do 82%, as he goes for a Hurricane. And he's actually Shell Bell Vivillon, which is kind of weird. But I'm going to be able to knock him out with the Shadow Sneak as he goes into his Zangoose, which I don't really mind. I'm going to go straight away for the Iron Head, because... Okay, he goes for the knockoff and ends up knocking me out, which is a little bit unfortunate. So I'm just trying to learn the tier right here. If I do have some troubles at the beginning, I apologize. I'm not the greatest at RU. I've actually never played RU. So hopefully I don't just absolutely ruin everything. He actually goes for the Facade because he is faster. Well, that is a thing I should probably keep in mind for next time, right? I'm going to go to Sharpedo right here. And I'm going to Protect to get some extra damage on this Zangoose. And then hopefully, weaken enough things to where Meloetta can come in, because Meloetta is a really, really good Pokemon. I'm going to go straight away for the Waterfall against the Zangoose, because I will be able to knock it out. I do take Life Orb, but that's okay, because now I am for sure the fastest thing on, or the fastest thing that is available right now. Versus this, I think I'm just going to, wait, he's immune to Arena Trap with Levitate, I think. I'm actually going to go into Omastar and try to burn off some sleep turns. I'm going to try to get my rocks up. If I get rocks up, then Vivillon is dead on arrival, which is amazing for me. And, okay, no. He ends up going for Toxic Spikes, which are a pain in the butt. But, I'm just going to try to get my rocks up again. There we go, I get rocks up, which is amazing. And then I'm just going to get a Spike up, and, after this, I think I can beat his team. He goes for the Clear Smog, probably predicting Shell Smash. I'm just going to get all my hazards up if he wants me to. Because then his team loses. Like, I think I win after I get hazards up. He keeps going for the Clear Smog. I'm going to burn him with the Scald right here, because I am calling it and I am real. And hopefully we can actually do some good damage to this Wheezing. Wheezing usually goes physically defensive, I know that. So, okay, Scald. Wow, that did 58%. Oh yeah, because I'm max special attack. But I'm just going to click Scald one more time, knock out this Wheezing, and call it a day. Sharpedo has his way. Sharpedo has its way with this team after that. He goes into Regirock right here. I'm just going to go ahead and sack Almastar for the purposes of scalding versus this thing. I actually end up knocking it out, never mind. So Almastar is actually putting in a lot of work versus this guy's team. He goes into his Clawitzer right here, and I'm just going to go straight away for a Scald. If I get a burn, that's amazing. If not, okay. Yeah, I get the burn. Okay, so things are going well so far. I'm going to go into Dougie right here, and I'm going to trap him because I hit my Dougie. And I promise I'll never make that joke again. Yeah, so I think I'm going to win this one, despite me just playing terribly at the beginning and sacking Hitmonlee for apparently no reason. Sacking Doublade for apparently no reason. He's going to forfeit right here, and that gets us up to 1,131. We got 25 points for that. So we're going to grab another match right here. You know, hopefully things go well for us. This seems really big for some reason. I'm going to try to zoom out for a second. No, never mind. That's really small. Okay. Sorry. They must have edited this because this looks a lot bigger than usual. Like, a lot bigger than usual. But anyway, so this guy's team is actually pretty cool. He has a his defensive core is right here. His offensive core is right here. Exploud is scary, but I'm going to lead Almastar because okay, he leads Jupiter, which is his Tyrantrum. So I'm going to go ahead and get my rocks up. And why are you setting up? I am Sash, and I can knock you out in one hit with an Ice Beam. Like, I think I can. Okay, never mind. I just bring him down to 3%. I freeze him, which is a little bit unfortunate. But does it really end up mattering in the end? So, like, okay, so he's getting really mad. But it didn't really matter, to be honest. Because I'm Sash, I was going to take that hit anyway, and I was just going to knock him out on the next turn. And, we'll actually see what he goes into next here, or if he forfeits. I'm seeing a lot of Slurpluff so far low on the ladder. I hopefully... Okay, so he's really mad at me right now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get a Spike Up right here, as he ends up going for the Scald. I'm just going to get one more Spike Up, because I want to force in his entry hazard users. If you see Swagsaurus on Showdown, tell him that I said hi, because he is sure having a great time right now, guys. Right here, I think I'm going to go into Melothreatta. And I'm going to go straight away for the choice specs. What? Okay. Does he? No. Psychic. I'll just go for Psychic. Because I get the Spit F drop chance. And he crits me with Scald. I get the Spit F drop. But neither of those, like, I guess it's revenge for the freeze, but, like, it doesn't really, like, I don't think he understands that the freeze didn't really matter. And if you guys didn't catch what I was explaining to him, so he's Sash. He's saying he was Sash, which he probably is. So the thing about that, the fact that he is Sash doesn't matter whatsoever, because I brought him down to 3%. He would have brought me down to my Sash, had he not Dragon Danced. So he would have brought me down to my Sash the next turn, and I would have knocked him out. And even if he had, like, knocked me out, I would have been able to pick him off with the Shadow Sneak the next turn. So we're up to 1,151 so far, so that is actually pretty good. We're going to grab one more match, though. And this is actually a pretty threatening team. I'm going to lead Almastar right here, because Almastar can actually do a lot of work in the terms of getting up hazards. And this guy's like, wow, you stole New Breed's team. And I'm like, yeah, I did. So I guess that's pretty cool. You know, like, I don't really mind. Yeah, so this guy's just giving me a hard time for using New Breed's team. But, you know, I don't really care. Like, hey, it's a great team. I'm going to use it. Hopefully we can get up. My goal this week is 1,200 in RU. I'm going to go ahead and rank real quick and see that we are up to 1,151. So he decides to lead a Moongus, which I don't really care. If there's something I want to sack to sleep, it's going to be Almastar. And Right here, I'm just going to go ahead and get my rocks up as he puts me to sleep, which is fine. And I'm going to go straight away into my Melothreatta, I think, because Melothreatta actually does a lot of work. And he goes for the Giga Drain, that does nothing. I'm going to go straight away for the Choice Specs U-turn right here, because I want to see what his switch is. I don't think he's going to stay in at this point in time, because, like, basically I want him to go out into something, and then I get to, oh, hold up, my mom is calling me. I apologize, guys. I'm going to mute my mic for like 5 seconds. Sorry about that, guys. But, okay, so he elects to stay in, so he's going to go for something. And I'm just going to go into Doublade right here, because Doublade really doesn't care about anything he wants to go for. Ends up eating up the Sledge Bomb. And I'm going to go ahead and go for a Swords Dance right here, because I want to see what his switch into this is going to be. He ends up going to his own Melothreatta, and I'm just going to go straight away for an Iron Head. I don't even think he may be able to knock me out with Shadow Ball if he specs. Yes, he can. Alright, so these are all things that I'm learning when I am... that I'm picking up on when I'm learning the tier. He will outspeed Hitmonlee. I thought Hitmonlee was fast. I guess not. So now I get a free switch into Melothreatta, and I get to click Psychic, and I get to do damage to something. I doubt he's not going to stay in no matter what, just because, yeah, he goes into Amoonguss. So he just elects to sack his Amoonguss right here, and which I guess I'm okay with. Like, I would have liked... Well, like, of course I'm fine with him sacking something, because, like, is one less Mon that he has, of course. I kind of want to trap Rhyperior with Dougie in order to, because that frees up a lot of room for Melothreatta, because I don't think he has an safe switch into Melothreatta, especially when I'm going for Psychic. Melothreatta is one of the best Pokemon in the tier, so we will see what he decides to go into right here, because he doesn't really have a whole lot to go into. He elects to go into his own Melothreatta right here. I'm kind of anticipating the Hyper Voice. I'm just going to go out on Omastar, because Omastar is sashed, and I'm just going to sack it right here. Hyper Voice does 59%. That is for sure specs. I am asleep, which is okay, and he's just going to knock me out. So I'm going to go into Sharpedo right here, and I'm going to go straight away for a Protect, because it... because then I will be faster than said Melothreatta, and he ends up going into Hitmonlee right here. I'm going to go ahead and calc this. Am I Adamant or Jolly? That is the question. Melothreatta. I am Adamant Sharpedo. So, I'm going to go and click on this here calc, and do Sharpedo. UU Cleaner. I want to be Adamant. Versus Hitmonlee. Are you reckless? Yeah. Waterfall will do a lot of damage, and if I'm at, and I run 252 speed, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that right now, and I'm at +1. So like I should be able to outspeed him pretty much no matter what. I'm just gonna go ahead and click Waterfall as I am able to knock this Hitmonlee out, and now I think I win the game. To be honest, not a whole lot likes to come in versus Sharpedo, and Sharpedo is a pretty prevalent force in RU. I just replaced it for Yanmega because they're both speed boosters and they're both cleaners late game. But we'll see what he decides to do right here. I'd imagine that he would go out into his Glade. But Glade doesn't really take hit. I'm going to go ahead and calc his remaining Pokemon right here. Glade, we'll go sub 3 attacks. Waterfall will be able to knock him out on a roll, but I do have Rocks Up, right? I have Rocks Up. Yes, I do have Rocks Up, I think. But let's see what this does to Rhyperior. OU defensive, that's what we'll go with. And I will actually not be able to knock this thing out. Just a little bit unfortunate. He will be able to knock me out. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out right here. I'm going to go out into Dugtrio. I don't really care if he knocks out Dugtrio at this point. Yeah, he just straight up destroys my Dugtrio. But I'm going to go on Hitmonlee right here, and I'm going to go straight away for a high jump kick, because it should do a ton of damage to something. I think my win condition is weakening Rhyperior, weakening Jolteon, Glade. I already checked Glade, didn't I? Waterfall does 106, does 90 to 106, and with rocks on the field, it's a 75% chance to OHKO. And actually, I just do a lot of damage. I jump kick, and he ends up knocking me out. So that's fine. I'm going to go into Sharpedo right here, and I'm going to go straight away for a Waterfall, because I will be able to knock him out. And at this point, I think it's a good game, because Melothreatta cleans up. Because down goes Sharp. I almost combined Rhyperior and Sharpedo. I said down goes Sharperior. That'd be cool. Mega Sharperior. Mega Rhyperior would actually be pretty cool. Regardless. We will see what he decides to go out into here. I'm actually going to calc Jolteon real quick. Jolteon. We'll go RU sub pass. I have a guaranteed OHKO after rocks on that thing. So we will see what... Come on, man, make your move. Por favor. Por favor, senor. So he goes out into Glade, and that actually doesn't do a lot. Glade, what if this is RU Bulky Swords Dance? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go for a Waterfall right here. We'll see how much this does. This is 85%, meaning he's probably Bulky Swords Dance, and goes for a close combat, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I should be able to outspeed him right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and lock myself in on Hyper Voice, and we're going to see how things go. It stinks that I wasn't able to knock him out. And, you know, hopefully Melothreatta can pull through right here and hold true to the reason I'm calling this week Melothreatta. I guess it'll come down to a speed tie. Melothreatta versus Melothreatta. What health is Melothreatta at? This is at 76, so I have a little bit more health, which should help. I'm going to go ahead and calc this. I'm doing all sorts of calcs. Specs. Specs. RU Choice Specs. Versus Melothreatta. RU Choice Specs. What does Hyper Voice do? Why does this not have Hyper Voice? HYPERVOIC. There we go. Hyper Voice, so he goes into his Melothreatta. This is a good play on his part. Please, no! Alright, he's going to be able to knock me out with Jolteon. So that's a pretty good game. It's unfortunate that that kind of had to happen. Hyper Voice won't even be able to knock Jolteon out. He'll be able to knock me out. So that's a really good game. So we end up going 2-1 in this first little episode here. Hopefully we can continue that sort of success in the future. We are up to 1,136. That guy was actually pretty high up. But that's all I have for this episode. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, because it really does help show support for the stuff that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, make sure to answer today's comment question of the video, which is, what is your guys' experience with RU? And with that, I urge you guys to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. And with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.